Rev, I know you spoke with President Biden about everything we're starting this hour discussing. Tell us what you know.
I spoke to the president. He called me yesterday, late afternoon, and I said to him that I wanted to be clear that my position as president of National Action Network and many of my civil rights colleagues was that we were more concerned about a bill with tooth in it, a hard bill and a soft deadline than a hard deadline of today and get a soft bill. And he said he appreciated that. He reminded me that I was in the meeting that he had with the Floyd family in Houston the day before the funeral that I gave the eulogy, and that he wanted to meet with them to check in with them as he's done by phone, and he would meet with some of the civil rights leadership on a more policy kind of meeting later. But we want to make it clear that we want to see this bill. George Floyd should not go down in history as a martyr and as a victim. He should go down as a martyr that led to change, legislative change at a federal level around the issue of policing, just as Jimmy Lee Jackson led to voting rights when he was killed in Marion, Alabama. It led to Selma, just as Emmett Till led to the Civil Rights Act. We're determined to make that happen. This family, and I've been talking to them all day, every meeting after meeting, they called me here at the House of Justice where we had a ceremony, Mayor de Blasio and I, to report on it. And we're determined as a family and as civil rights groups to make this, our demonstrations result in legislation. Otherwise, George Floyd will be just another victim in history, and we are determined not to have that happen.
Rev, are you confident that by sort of bending on the deadline, you'll get it made up to you in the substance of the legislation? Are you confident in that?
I would say I'm hopeful more than confident. Confident means that I have reason to believe that the people on the Republican side, because you need 10 votes, will do the right thing. Our hope is that when Tim Scott, who according to Cory Booker, the senator, and Karen Bass, the congresswoman, and I've talked with both of them, they say he's been really operating in good faith and moving forward. If Tim Scott says that he thinks they're making progress, I can hope that that is right. I can assure you that whatever it is, we're going to stay in there and we're going to keep the pressure on and keep the spotlight on. If this does not work, it will not be because we did not show what we should have shown in terms of the family and in terms of the civil rights leadership. That's why many of us didn't even go to Washington with the family today. We did not want to become the issue. The issue is police reform. The issue is that we have seen a litany of cases and there's not been any federal legislation. And we don't want to get in the way of the issue.